months prego. The police were looking for this Dr. Scott, and they called people with the same name, and each person denied knowing anything about Jean. But then they realized perhaps this Dr. Scott is someone who performs illegal abortions. Was it a botched procedure? Who knows? How can they find out? It was illegal at the time. A year later, a hotel clerk in Texas says, you know what? I saw her with some mobsters. Their theory was that Jean had once worked at Florentine Gardens in Los Angeles, which allegedly had mob ties. And they thought that Jean was, chummy with the mobsters. They theorized that maybe she was hanging out with Mickey Cohen's henchmen because two of them vanished around the same time, and people said maybe this was a hit. Other people think Jean's disappearance was linked to the Black Dahlia case. This is the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short. They looked strikingly similar. I mean, they look so incredibly similar. Dr. George Hodell's son is convinced his father did it. If you're unfamiliar, the Black Dahlia case is still unsolved. And this man, Steve Hodell, he's a former LAPD homicide detective, and he's convinced that his father, Dr. George Hodell, was the man guilty. Jean Spangler is still missing. No one knows what happened to this woman, okay? And after she disappeared, her ex-husband got custody of their daughter. Jean's mom and her ex were battling it in court for custody of Christine, this poor woman. And then he took Christine and fled California with his new wife, and they moved to Florida. How tragic is this story?